everyone. Welcome to the Voice of East Turkestan podcast program produced by Center for East Turkestan National Interest. In last episode, I have discussed how China's new ethnic unity law legitimized its genocidal intent by codifying intermarriage between Han Chinese and Uyghurs. Today, I will discuss whether China could achieve these genocidal objectives or not. If we look at the history around the world, there are many examples about the colonizers' forced marriage policies. Are they succeed or not? For example, Russian colonizers in Alaska, Siberia under the expansion of Russian Empire into Siberia and Alaska in 17th and the 19th centuries, Russian traders and the soldiers and administrators, they frequently married with indigenous women. And then they produced mixed community, were often called Creoles in Russian colonial records. Their identity were changed differently depending on the location. For example, in Siberia, many mixed families gradually assimilated into Russian society. In Alaska, in Russian Alaska, Creoles formed a recognized intermediate social class. They often worked as clerks or translators or traders. After the fall of Russian rule, after the purchase of Alaska, many Creoles integrated into American society, and some kept distinct community identities, especially in rural Alaska. If we look at the Japanese colonial empires during the rule by the Empire of Japan in Korea between 1910 to 1945 and in Taiwan between 1895 to 1945, intermarriage occurred between Japanese settlers and the local populations very often. And Japanese policy promoted assimilation through policies such as the Koreans and the Japanese as one body. So they promoted Japanese settlers to marry with the Korean and the Taiwanese and pressuring colonized population to adopt the Japanese names and the Japanese culture. And they produced mixed children and a mixed community. These mixed children were treated closer to Japanese colonial society, especially if their father was Japanese. And this case actually not very similar to Uyghurs' case in East Turkestan, but basically similar. The Uyghur women were forced in East Turkestan marry with the Han Chinese males through Chinese state institution. And Uyghur women who married with Han Chinese cannot have children close to Uyghur society since both communities belong to patriarchal culture. Especially under the Han Chinese settler-dominated colonial structure in the region, these Uyghur women cannot contribute to Uyghur culture or identity to their children since they are dominated by political and financial power of Han Chinese partners and both by the government. In Spanish colonies, if we look at it, across the Americas under the Spanish Empire, large population emerged from marriage between Spanish man and indigenous women. And these people become known as mestizos, and Spanish rulers did not demographically absorb this population into Spanish. They created the casta system, a racial classification hierarchy, and the mestizos become fourth rank in the society. In the case of Uyghurs in East Turkestan, Uyghurs are treated as lowest racial class, and we don't know yet these mixed kids produced by the Han Chinese male and Uyghur women will be classified like as mestizos in Spanish, or they will be completely demographically absorbed into Han Chinese. We don't know yet. In my prediction, these kids will be totally absorbed into Han Chinese because China is a communist country and they want to create only one single ethnic Han Chinese empire by absorbing all of other nations. So if these children are treated pure Han Chinese and not placed in the rank of racial classification hierarchy, they will be also loyal to the Chinese government, and they will be completely absorbed and completely become Chinese. In this way, Uyghurs may rapidly disappear from East Turkestan in several years. This is very dangerous. Especially these interracial marriage policies are combined with other genocidal policies such as mass detention, forced labor, and ban Uyghur language and religion and the culture. And plus, unlike other traditional colonialism, the Chinese colonialism in East Turkestan is settler colonialism, so China may succeed easily demographic replacement in East Turkestan, and this is a genocide. That's what exactly China doing right now in East Turkestan, and this is very scary because close to 20 million Uyghurs and other Turkic population will be wiped out from this land in few years. Sadly, world is busy with other chaos and tragic wars. No one is paying attention to China's genocide, or they don't want to pay attention because of financial dependency and the geopolitical relationship with China. So this is the sad truth. And please subscribe this channel. I will continuously discuss the Uyghur case and Uyghur issues in East Turkestan related to China's genocidal colonialism. And thank you very much for your time.